President Abdelfattah El-Sisi extends his congratulations to Saudi Arabia following announcement of its successful bid to host 2034 FIFA World Cup. Egypt and the League of Arab States condemns Israel's incursion into the buffer zone with Syria. And Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Sharif Fathi discuss ways to stimulate investments in tourism sector. Good evening, you're watching the latest updates from Egypt on Qnews. Let's move to the latest developments. President Abdelfattah El-Sisi has extended his congratulations to Saudi Arabia following the announcement of its successful bid to host the 2034 FIFA World Cup. President Sisi conveyed his best wishes to Saudi Arabia, expressing hope for a memorable tournament under the leadership of King Salman bin Abdulaziz and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. The President praised this milestone as a significant moment for both global and Arab sports history, envisioning the tournament as a landmark event showcasing Saudi Arabia's capabilities on the world stage. President Abdelfattah El-Sisi and Iraq's Prime Minister Mohammed Sudani have discussed regional developments, focusing particularly on the situation in Gaza and Lebanon. President El-Sisi and Iraq's Prime Minister emphasized the urgent need for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and unrestricted humanitarian aid access. They also stressed the importance of upholding the ceasefire in Lebanon and fully implementing UN Security Council Resolution 1701, warning of the risks to regional security and stability posed by escalating conflict. Egypt and the League of Arab States have condemned Israel's incursion into the buffer zone with Syria. At Egypt's initiative, the League of Arab States convened on December 12th to address Israel's occupation of additional Syrian territory in the Golan Heights. The resolution condemned Israel's incursions into the buffer zone and other areas, reaffirming the Golan Heights as Syrian land. It called on the international community to enforce Security Council Resolution 497, which demands Israel withdrawal, and urged the Arab group in New York to push for a Security Council session to address Israel's actions. Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdulati and his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi have agreed that both nations should promote peace and negotiations to achieve stability in the Middle East. The two sides discussed regional and international issues with a focus on the Palestinian conflict. They also addressed Syria, where Egypt rejected Israeli violations of Syrian sovereignty. Both ministers emphasized the importance of strengthening cooperation, upholding the UN Charter, and reforming global institutions to better represent developing countries. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian Expatriates Badr Abdulati has said he is keen on offering full support to Egyptian citizens abroad. He praised Egypt's expatriate communities for strengthening ties with countries such as China, both at the governmental and grassroots levels. The minister highlighted the Foreign Ministry's efforts to address the needs of Egyptians abroad and strengthen their connection to Egypt. He also urged community leaders in Beijing to attend the Egyptian Abroad Conference in August 2025, which will feature ministers and provide a platform for continued dialogue. Egypt Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian Expatriates Badr Abduladi has affirmed Egypt's commitment on respecting Syria's sovereignty and territorial integrity. During discussions with Tunisian Foreign Minister Mohammed Ali Nafti, Abduladi stressed the importance of coordinated regional and international efforts to restore stability in Syria. He also highlighted the need for a comprehensive and inclusive political process free from external interference to ensure Syria's unity and stability. Cairo University President Mohammed Sami Abdul Sadiq met with Ren Yu Zhong, Vice President of Peking University, to explore the establishment of joint or dual degree program in Chinese language, history, archaeology, medicine and engineering. Abdul Sadiq highlighted the historic ties between Egypt and China and reaffirmed Cairo's university's dedication to collaborating with top Chinese institutions including Peking University. He also praised the Confucius Institute for its role in promoting Chinese language and culture. Ren Yu Zhong expressed enthusiasm for the partnership, commending Cairo's university's academic excellence and expressing interest in expanding joint programs and student exchange initiatives. Egypt's Health Minister Khaled Abdel has emphasized the importance of strengthening Arab health and social security systems in the face of regional crises. Speaking at the 61st Arab Health Ministers Council in Iraq, Dr. Abdel emphasized the strain on healthcare systems in crisis-affected nations and called for unified efforts to alleviate these hardships. He also pledged to oversee the implementation of Council decisions and highlighted the swift aid provided to support Palestine's healthcare sector. Labour Minister Mohammed Gubran has met with UN Resident Coordinator Elena Panova in the new administrative capital to discuss areas of joint cooperation. Minister Gubran welcomed Panova and outlined the ministry's work in labour-related areas, including the draft labour law, which aims to enhance job security, investment and labour relations. He also highlighted initiatives in digital transformation, vocational training, women economic empowerment, workplace safety and the digitization of services to better support citizens. Minister of Health and Population Khaled Abdel, Iraqi Minister of Health Saleh Mahdi Muttalib Al-Hasnawi and Jordanian Minister of Health Faris Al-Hawari have discussed ways to enhance joint cooperation in the health sector. On the second day of the 61st session of the Council of Arab Health Ministers in Iraq, Minister Abdul Ghaffar praised the strong ties between Egypt, Iraq and Jordan, particularly in the field of health. He highlighted discussions on enhancing cooperation in preventive medicine, including the exchange of expertise on monitoring infectious diseases and developing early warning systems for epidemics. Minister of Health and Population and Chair of the Executive Bureau of the Council of Arab Health Ministers, Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, has called for urgent Arab cooperation to tackle the escalating health and humanitarian crises in the region. Minister Abdel Ghaffar affirmed Egypt's commitment to health support for Palestine, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Sudan and Somalia. He also affirmed Egypt's full support for strategies aimed at improving Arab health systems. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Sharif Fathi, Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, have discussed ways to stimulate investments in the tourism sector. The Prime Minister emphasized that tourism is a key priority for Egypt, with efforts underway to increase hotel rooms at major attractions. And Minister of Tourism presented the outcomes of the meetings with the Egyptian Federation of Tourist Chambers and Tourism Investors Associations, focusing on ways to boost tourism investment and explore government sector partnerships. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has chaired a meeting to review progress on the planned offering of the Jebel El Zayt wind power plant located south of Ras Gharib. Discussions emphasized the plan's strategic importance and its role in enhancing returns for the state. Madbouli reiterated the government's dedication to advancing its privatization agenda, ensuring expedited listing processes and maximizing the potential of public assets. He highlighted the critical role of private sector collaboration in driving economic development and sustaining long-term growth. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli has emphasized the importance of streamlining the import system for vehicles designated for people with disabilities. The Prime Minister has ordered governance of disability vehicle program, ensuring they reach only eligible beneficiaries. The National Council for Women has held its third awareness session today on national efforts to combat female genital mutilation. This event is part of the 16-day campaign to combat violence against women in collaboration with the Ministry of Justice and the Administrative Prosecution Authority. Speakers highlighted the Council's role in women's empowerment efforts to eliminate female genital mutilation and door-to-door awareness campaigns on violence against women. The Ministry of Health and Population has announced that over 8.2 million citizens have benefited from the President's initiative for early cancer detection free of charge since its launch in June 2023 under the 100 Million Health campaign. The Ministry of Health stated that the initiative includes a survey to assess risk factors for cancer, enabling the referral of patients for advanced screenings and appropriate treatment. The initiative targets citizens aged 18 and older, aiming to detect cancer in their early stages, which helps reduce mortality rates and the financial burden of late-stage cancer diagnosis. Minister of Petroleum and Mineral Resources Karim Badawi has met with CEO of Canada's Mediterranean Cooperation to discuss the company's 2025 plans. The meeting focused on Mediterra Energy's 2025 plans, including increasing rigs in Egyptian fields to 10. Minister Badawi urged the company to expand research, exploration and reduce barrel costs using advanced technologies. The CEO of Mediterra Energy confirmed plans to add 2 rigs to the existing 8 and boost production from the Sinai concession in 2025. Deputy Prime Minister for Industrial Development and Minister of Industry and Transport Kamel Wazir and French Ambassador Eric Chevalier have signed a working plan for the Cairo Metro Line 6 project. The minister highlighted the strong historical Egyptian-French ties, particularly in railway and electric traction projects. He explained that the 6th metro line will parallel the first line, easing congestion and improving mobility. Stretching 38.6 kilometers with 26 stations, it will connect northern Cairo to the south, intersecting with the 1st, 3rd and 4th metro lines at key stations. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian Expatriates has announced that Egypt restored artifacts from Ireland following the successful visit of President Abdelfattah El-Sisi to the European country. This effort is part of Egypt's ongoing work to reclaim its antiquities abroad, reflecting its commitment to preserving cultural heritage. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, in collaboration with the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, has been crucial in recovering smuggled artifacts through diplomatic missions. The restored items include a mummy and several pots. Well, that brings us to the end of our news bulletin. Here is what we've been covering. President Abdelfattah El-Sisi extends his congratulations to Saudi Arabia following announcement of its successful bid to host 2034 FIFA World Cup. Egypt and the League of Arab States condemn Israel's incursion into the buffer zone with Syria. And Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Sharif Fathi discuss ways to stimulate investment to tourism sector. That's all for now. Remember to stay updated by following Qnews for the latest developments. Many thanks for watching.